up. Boss, could I do this? Master, could. See, that's what that is. That's civil rights. And it's a non political issue. Civil rights is not even an issue that you can carry to the United Nations. You're smiling about that one. But civil rights is not an issue. See, because you don't have to ask for anything, it's already there. See, so when you begin to talk about mental slavery, if you call yourself Negro, colored, or black, or white, you in mental slavery. And Drew Ali told us that. But he said he needs each and one of you to think your conditions can be better. So when you join the Moorish Science Temple, because I got a bet that you will. I don't supposed to bet, because I'm in the temple. But me and somebody got a bet. Me and your sister got a bet. And a bet that we got is that I don't know how long it's going to take. But you sharp. And you know God lives. Now, let me ask you something. Because do you believe in God?
Absolutely.
Have you talked to God?
Always.
You talked to him about me?
Yes, I did.
You did?
Yes, I did.
I talked to him about you too. Now, I was talking to God about you, and I was telling God how beautiful you were. Tell him I like looking in your eyes. But what did God tell you about me?
He told me not to tell you yet.
Okay. So he already told me because he was on the main line. And I heard him on the line. See, I heard God on the line when he was telling you. See, you didn't know. I was on the three-way. I was on the three-way. But, it's an honor to bring you on this show today. And what I want to do with this Moorish voice, I want to give you one of these days a week. A month. I have 4 shows a month. For 5, I have 5 shows. And you can put your curriculums together, and you can come on here, and you could teach those things necessary to help our brothers and sisters grow. Because, I throw my cans away too. But I can't pay my bills. I can't pay my dues. I can't pay my per capita tax. I can't do nothing because I throw all of my cans away. And by you taking me to the recycling place and getting $63. I ain't never forget that. We went in there with them bags of cans and you came out there with $63. So that's why I wanted you to talk on the telephone to the temple when we had a meeting. Because I wanted you to tell those brothers and those sisters or whoever else was at that meeting, you are a school teacher. But you still use them coupons.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And you recycle.
Yes, I do.
And why do you do that?
It's important not to waste your resources. It's important to always use those critical thinking skills, life skills, survival skills. And even when you're at a survival mode, you still should have that mindset to plan for tomorrow. Tomorrow just may arrive, and you don't want to be unprepared for it.
Okay. And you've been doing this from day one?
No, absolutely. Actually, I began when I was working in Los Angeles with a group of students who I kind of adopted, I'd say. And they actually taught me about recycling. They were like, we need to save these cans and bottles. And we began to save them, and I started taking them to the recycling place. However, when they graduated and they now have families of their own, and I don't have students who I could actually give the cans and bottles to, I decided I just would continue that. It was something that they taught me, and it was very valuable.
Okay. Yeah, I got me a big camp thing in there too. I'm selling me. Yeah, you got me there. $63? I pay my dues. But I thought you needed to do that because most of the brothers today, if I didn't have a job, no basic way to get income, brother asked me would I work in McDonald's? Yes, I would. I work anywhere, and I done it. Until I get myself in a position that I could do better.
Absolutely.
And I like to reiterate it, I'm honored because there's some things that I'm working on. And I've been working on them since I've been here for 3 years. I had a lot of people around me, but a lot of them was for their, now, you're going to learn something about UCC. And that's some people that claim to be a part of the Moorish Science Temple. They will charge people the stuff that I gave you, they'll charge you $300 or $400 for. Things that we're talking about right now that you all these say they'll charge you to get it, or nationality, they'll charge you to get it. So by you coming to the Moorish Voice or even the Moorish Science Temple and teach those things that you have been teaching thus far, I guarantee it'll be a benefit to a lot of brothers and sisters. Like I say, most of the brothers I know, they don't want to work. They want to do some volunteer work over here or work over there, and then they broke every day. And it don't make sense.
Not at all.
It don't make sense to me. So these are some of the things that we're trying to teach. We're trying to teach those things necessary to make our members better citizens. And how do you become a better citizen? Is by living a moral and clean life. Being a part of the community, a good part. See, Drew Ali tells us to take our place in the affairs of men. And that means getting involved, being a benefit. In our neighborhood, we become custodians of everything that one enjoys. See, first of all, you do that by building up your character. See, that's the order of the day, character. Man can overcome anything that he wants to overcome. I used to didn't, because I used to say the devil made me do it. Remember I told you that? Everything I used to do, I said the devil made me do it, but he was 8 feet tall. And he grabbed me in my chest. He said, "Chump, I ain't make you do nothing. I called you, and you came." And ever since that happened, I've been trying to live a moral and clean life, because I ain't want that big dude to grab me in my collar no more. But what got you on the right track? It seems like you talking about the Spirit, you talking about the Father, and then you calling names that's in our genealogy, like Mark, Luke, and all them kind of brothers. So what got you into the Spirit? The things that you've been through, or what was it?
Actually, I was raised in the church. My mom was raised in the church. I went to church basically all my life. As I got older, well, I decided to make some different decisions. But I already had a foundation that there was truth, that there's a different way to live. Just like you said, character. Boy, I see a lot of lack of character with people, and that kind of was discouraging for me. And I realized that I had to come out from amongst them. I cannot be around people who are not living according to what I believe is right. And it's just not my beliefs. There's right and there's wrong. I mean, all day long, it's right and it's wrong. A lot of people are so comfortable with being wrong that they make that right. But that's not really the case. However, when you know the truth, because it's been implanted in me since, a very young child, and I'm very grateful to my mom for that. You know what's right. You know what's wrong.
Know what Drew Ali told the Moors? He said some of my greatest followers are in the church. Mm-hmm. He's not talking about join the Moorish Science Temple and go to dinner. After you go there, you see a girl over there in the church and you run over there and lead the Moorish Science Temple, go over there and get her. What he meant by that was the character. When you talk about your mother, when I talk about my mother, and when I talk about them trying to live a moral and clean life and live according to the understanding that they had and do God's will, and that's of that same spirit. He said, try the spirit, test the spirit, and see are you from the same spirit. So my mother, when I talk to her, she talks to me about the word of God. So that's who Drew Ali was talking about. That's one of his followers. Because we talking about the spirit anyway. We talking about meeting God in the spirit of truth. So if a brother is in the church and a brother is in the temple, and if they was in dispute with one another about something, and the brother that was in the church was right, I'm going with the brother in the church. And the reason why that is because that's one of Drew Ali's followers. Because he's living that truth. I'm not going with falsehood. I shared this with you too. I said, brother told me, Lynch, babe, I'm with you whether you're right or wrong. I don't need nobody with me when I'm wrong. Because the higher self is justice, mercy, love, and right. The reason why he want to be with me when I'm wrong, so when he get into some trouble, I come running to his aid. I don't need that. So, I just wanted to bring you on here today to talk to you in front of my Portland listening audience, because they're going to be seeing a lot of you. Because through you, it's going to help me. Because I'm loyal, I'm faithful, I'm dedicated, and I'm looking for you. I found you. And we got some work to do right here in Washington and Portland and throughout the world. And that's to educate our people, to teach those things necessary to make them better citizens. So before I close out, will you do me a favor and give me some sugar? Portland, listen to all this. I'm batting 500. So in conclusion of this Moorish voice, I would like to say, if you have race pride and love your race, join the Moorish Science Temple of America and become a part of this divine movement. Then you will have power to redeem your race, because you'll know who you are and who your forefathers were. Because where there's unity, there's strength. Together we stand and divided we fall. Come, good people. Because the prophet Noble Drew Ali sent to redeem this nation from mental slavery, which you now have need each and every one of you who think that your conditions can be better. This is a field open to strong men and women, to uplift the race and take your place in the affairs of men. If the European and other nations are helping him, why not you? It is your problem. The Negro, the colored, and the black problem is being solved only as it can, and that is through the Moorish national divine movement. If you have a nation, you must have a free national name in order to be recognized by this nation as an American citizen. This is what was meant when it was said, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things will be added unto you. See what's added unto me, you. So in conclusion, we'll recite the Moorish American prayer, the source from which we draw our strength. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation, by night and by day, through his holy prophet, Drew Ali. Amen. Praise Allah. It's not all.